stands before us? Is this truly our prodigal son? Look at you. Crawling back after abandoning your family. You should be begging our forgiveness.
Forgiveness? You've never forgiven anything.
On the pillow rests a skull with a scroll clamped in its bony jaws. This skull is all that remains of the vampire Velioth. He turned Cazador, gave him the gift, and then taught him the rules of vampiric existence.
Oh, thankless child. Did I not bless you with our immortal gift? Did I not make you what you are?
Velioth's first lesson is always to dominate. Allow none to be your equal.
You truly forgot my power. You truly thought our bond as creator and creation was all that stopped you from killing me? Oh, you are weak, my child. You are a small, pathetic little boy who never amounted to anything.
Velioth's second lesson is that power comes from solitude. To share with others is to be weak, and to be weak is to fail.
I know you. You're the one from the tavern. You smiled and joked and got me drunk.
Sebastian, they're all lambs for his slaughter. And if I was to take his place, they'd all die by my hand.
Velioth recalls Cazador, his lessons learned, killing him in the rite of perfect slaughter.
No healing sleep for you. Wake up!
One last thrust, and I'll be free of you. I'll never have to fear you again.
Some sacrifices just aren't worth it.
The poor wretches in the cells are innocent.
Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Cinderellimouse and I'm back with Baldur's Gate 3. In the last video we defeated Cazador, so Astarion's quest is kind of over. We succeeded. He did not ascend because I feel like that is definitely the bad route, but he is free from Cazador's clutches and he's broken that cycle of kind of abuse by vampire lord to vampire spawn, which had happened to Cazador as well. So yeah, glad we've kind of interrupted that pattern. Astarion seems pretty pleased with himself. We also released all the vampire spawn, all 7,000 of them, and told them to go and live in the Underdark, basically, and to not cause trouble for the people of Baldur's Gate. So hopefully we won't have any more trouble from the vampire spawn, including the Gur children. So maybe we might see a little bit more about the Gur children in this episode. My plan is to go back to Cazador's palace to look at a couple of like pokey corners that we missed kind of when we were doing the main quest, and what else as well. Yeah, maybe we'll just dip our toes into the sewers a little bit. We'll get some companion reactions about what happened, and we'll speak to Astarion at the end and kind of get the full resolution of his storyline. So with that said and done, let me jump out of photo mode and we'll get into it. So jumping back over to Cordia, let's just do the rounds. Do you know what? I feel like we need to do a dirge hug. We've not done a dirge hug for a while. I'm sorry if this is going up late as well. I've been adventuring a little bit this week, so I missed Expedition 33. So sorry to those of you who've been enjoying that. Should be back next week. And yeah, I've been kind of out and about. I've been to York, which is a very, very fancy town. I really enjoyed it. I need to do a bigger person, don't I? There we go. Let's do that hug. And yeah, oh, I love Dirge and Cordia's little relationship. You know, it's kind of like the leprechauns on your shoulder, the good and the evil kind of voices nattering. I like that they're coming together, you know, finding that middle ground. Anyway, yeah, I've been to York, so and then it's really, really hot, so I'm so uncomfortable filming this because I feel so sweaty already, so I don't know what I'm going to look like by the end of this.
To keep going.
But let's just try and do this as quickly as we can. Jaheira,
They say that the only thing a vampire can feel is hunger. Nothing else touches them. Not grief or mercy. Or any sense of what is just. Who knows? There is often more ignorance than insight in what they say.
I mean, we know that Astarion lies and manipulates people, like this is his past, but I think he is, because he's never really had people he could trust in Cazador's palace. And I feel like because he trusts us all and he knows that we've got his best interests at heart, I think he's been a bit more vulnerable with us, and we're seeing a little bit more of the softer side. Like when we were talking to the spawn that were locked in Cazador's dungeon, he definitely was showing remorse and empathy, and even though he tried to hide it and kind of brush that away, you know, it was definitely clear on his face that he was going through something there. So we'll talk about Minth later. Let's see what Minthara has to say. I don't think she has anything to say.
You wish to consult me?
Yeah, no, she's like, whatevs. Yeah, okay. Nothing there. Will?
Astarion showed restraint where most others wouldn't. He might not appreciate the sentiment, but I'm proud of him.
I'm proud of him too. I think he needs that as well. He needs people to be proud of him, you know?
So Astarion didn't fulfill his master's ambitions for himself. At least that means he's his own man. Though, I'm a little surprised he didn't covet those powers.
Yeah, so again, we'll ask more about the Sharons and stuff when we're closer to doing her quest. So yeah, Shadowheart's like, oh, I'm surprised. I thought he'd go for the power. So I don't know if that means that she would have gone for the power. I don't know. Maybe she's not quite as much as a softie as I was expecting. How about Lae'zel is the biggest softie when you get to know her.
Astarion chose right. And any well-trained Githyanki would have chosen the same. We seek might not for individual power, but for the good of the collective. I may no longer serve Vlaakith, but I still attend to a collective. The allies of the Prince of the Comet. And, of course, the one we've made for ourselves.
Bestie.
To seek power for personal glory alone is a farce. Astarion was wise to see it.
I love her. And do you know what I really love when you get further along in the story and Lae'zel starts to praise the allies? Because at first she's kind of like, oh, that person's stupid. They're not Githyanki. Like, they're a coward. They're this, they're that. And then when she starts to trust you and she starts to see those strengths, she's so protective. And I love her so much. She's like a little angry kitten. Okay. Karlach.
He'd hate to hear me say this, but I'm so fucking proud of Astarion. He could have had it all, but he kept his soul instead. Wasn't sure he had it in him, but he's changed so much. Overcome so much darkness. Oh, I could smooch that pointy little face.
I don't ship Karlach and Astarion. I don't see them as particularly compatible. Not to say that you can't, you know, if you do what you want to do in your own playthroughs. I don't see it. I feel like that is just kind of like her, you know, her overwhelming affection that she has for people, where she's just kind of like, oh, I just want to kiss you. So one thing I want to point out is that they keep repeating this thing about being proud of him, which coming from that kind of really nasty, overly critical master, like we saw how Cazador spoke to Astarion. And, you know, when people have been in these kind of controlling relationships, they're made to feel worthless. It's part of the control to make them feel like they're nothing. You know, they need their master because without their master, they're, you know, not going to survive, that sort of thing. So for Astarion to get that feeling of self-worth back, because what you see at the beginning, it's all ego, it's all show, it's all Astarion trying to convince himself that he's the best kind of thing. You know, that arrogance that he shows in the beginning, it's not real confidence, it's not real pride. I think there's a lot of self-hatred that Astarion has for himself. You know, especially in terms of like the things that he's done, which again, that kind of like brushing that away and having the ego is just his way of protecting himself.
You did a good thing back there. I won't dwell on the matter. I know that's not a sentiment you're accustomed to reveling in, but rest assured, your actions have spoken for themselves.
I feel like I need to kiss Gale because my top lip feels so sweaty right now. I don't know if you can see how sweaty it is. Let me try and dab some of that away. I'm gonna have lipstick all over my arm now. I feel so gross. And like I said this in the last episode as well, I've been eating so much pasta this week. I'm going through a real pasta kick, but I'm making my own as well, and I love garlic. So I'm putting like half a clove of garlic, like 6 pieces of garlic in this pasta, and then I'm making like 3 portions and then being like, I'll eat some of that tomorrow, and then eating it all in one go. So I stink. I'm so sweaty and I've had so much garlic. I'm like a slug. I'm oozing garlic. I'm so attractive. Astarian's like, I want nothing to do with you. Okay, you did a good thing back there. Yes. Okay. Good. I didn't really listen to what he said. I was too busy worrying about how sweaty my top lip looked on camera. All right, and the man of the moment, Astarian.
Hello, my dear.
Astarian, you've got a little something on your face. Yeah, do I want to talk about the 2 of us? No, I think we just get a repeating dialogue there. All right, let's head back to Cazador then. Who do I want to take with me for this? Do you know what? I'm going to take Dirge for this. I'm going to take Astarian, because Astarian knows the place better than we do. Like, Dirge hasn't been in there yet, so yeah, getting Astarian to kind of like show them around is a good idea. Just as well, in case he gets any like additional dialogue, additional comments to these areas we've not been to yet. And then I'm going to take Karlach and Lae'zel because I don't think they had much screen time in the last video. So they've got all their kind of like abilities and things. They've got full hit points, so they feel like the right team to go in. And just kind of like the premise of this is that they're clearing out Cazador's palace. Like they're making sure no spawn have been left behind. They're making sure there's nothing like dodgy going on. They just want to make sure that it's like locked down and like there's no more prisoners and things like this. So mission continue to clear Cazador's dungeon commences. So the first thing that I'm going to do while we're down here
with corpses, build my castle with bones.
Yes, Dirge, indeed. We're going to go into this room, I think it is. Is it here? Not here. Here? Yeah, this room. Because we can go down below. Actually, do you know what? Do I want to go in here first? No. Let's go in here last. Sorry. The first thing that I'm going to do is go back upstairs. Because there's kind of like a trick.
Astarian. If that is true, where are they now?
They weren't lovers. Not in the way that you mean. They wanted me more than I wanted them. I used that to my advantage more times than I care to remember.
Yeah, so this is, you probably get this dialogue here because you're about to go into that area where, you know, Sebastian's locked up and then you meet all those people that Astarian's basically seduced for Cazador. So yeah, a bit more context about that there. Why is it with the owlbear cub? You say that you've had many lovers, Astarian. If that's true, where are they now? They weren't lovers, not in the way that you mean. They wanted me more than I wanted them. Yeah, he was like luring them. And again, that sense of guilt shows through the language. I use that to my advantage more times than I care to remember. Yeah, so he didn't like to do that. And again, he was doing it because Cazador was making him do it.
The elevator lies ready.
And it doesn't mean that he...
Let's get out of here. I've had more than my fill of this place.
I think it's important to remember that a lot of the bad things that Astarian did, and I'm not excusing them, but there is a reason for it. Like, he did some awful things. And one, he was a spawn, so like there's sort of magic there where he is tied to Cazador. He can't just like leave. The only reason he was able to leave was because he got tadpoled, right? He's like puppeteered by Cazador. And on top of that, you've got all the emotional abuse that he suffered, all the gaslighting, all the emotional manipulation, the fear of being punished. And we heard a little bit about how he was tortured and very cruelly treated. And so, you know, as judgmental as I think we can be, and say, I would never do that, blah, blah, blah. He's a terrible person. I think most people, if put into the situation that Astarion was in, probably would go into survival mode. So I don't know, man. Right, I'm gonna have to shove someone in here, I think, and I think it's gonna actually be Astarion. Dirge is like, where's this secret room, Astarion? How does this work? And Astarion's like, I'll go and press the button. I don't want to go in the basement. So I'm going to have him press the button, which is going to allow us access to this other corner. I need to chat less and I need to get on with it because I'm so sweaty. So this room's opened up because Astarion's pressed that button. I'm just going to move this opulent chest, and there's this hatch here, which we had the key for. And now we have this creepy dungeon room. There's not very much of interest in any of these boxes. The boxes are here so that we can open the door. So there's there's a kind of puzzle down here, a puzzle system. So similar to how we were upstairs in the kind of turret room, it's like you press a button, one door opens, another door closes. It's a similar situation. However, there are a lot of traps down here. So there's 4 more buttons in here.
Hot foot, place is trapped.
But yeah, there's a lot of traps, so let's try and deal with this as best as we can. I don't know what's going to happen when we do each one. Okay, so we actually have to do all 4 of these to open this door. But I'm scared. I could, oh, here we go, yeah. Oh no, noxious fumes, no! Okay, we've got a little bit of damage, but that's okay. All right, what if I take this one off? Do the fumes go? Yes, okay, so where was that other? Okay, ooh. Don't stand on the things. I can't see. Nobody's getting that perception check. Okay, I'm gonna go in turn-based mode, and I'm gonna put this on here, and I'm in turn-based mode, how dare you? And I'm gonna put this one on here, and we're gonna get out of here. There we go, move. I'm making such a mess of this. There we go, okay. Door is open. However, that door closes when this door opens, so ooh. It's absolutely manic. We also have over here another set of floor traps. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hope for the best. I'm just gonna go and open this chest. Oh no! No, everybody get off! I knew I was going to make such a mess of this. It's fine. I'm too impatient to buff around. Okay, Karlach, I think you've got some fire resistance, right? Yeah.
Don't burn yourself.
Don't burn yourself, she says.
On my way.
I'll try not to. Right, don't stand on the trap. Open the chest. Can you lockpick it? Give me guidance. Karlach is not my best lockpicker. No, she did not do it. Okay. Alright, do you know what?
Keep it together. If not over, then through.
Let's try this again. Let's not stand on those this time. Lockpick the chest.
My tool will do the trick.
Try again. Oh dear, he hasn't done it. This is going really well. And I'm too hot. I'm too hot to be sensible about it. There we go. Okay, let's grab this stuff. So you get another little kind of bit of world building about the environment of this place. After that gloating visit by the master of the vampires named Cazador, it seems, I believe my incarceration can end in nothing but death or worse. As such, it behoves me to confess my sins, if only in this small notebook, to lift their burden off my soul, or, if that is not granted to me, to record the reasons for my atonement. As a child, I was often coldly cruel to small animals, although I kept such abuse well hidden. As a youth, I teased my younger sister, Thara, unmercifully about her weight and skin blemishes, which I fear contributed to her chronic melancholy upon reaching adulthood. When I took the city's accountant's certificate test, I feared that I lacked the skills to pass, so I cheated by buying an illicit answers sheet. The above is followed by 6 more pages of similar transgressions. Well, I don't know about that, but I will take this cool stuff. Okay, I think we just need to get out of here now at this point. I don't know if...
What's cooking?
Because I've never done this before, gang. Like, I didn't even know this was here until this playthrough. So, oh no. So, I don't know if I'm doing this right. I don't know if I'm missing something, but let's do this. Let's put that on there. And then I guess let's go back down around this way. And put something on the other side and see what that does. Probably nothing. It probably is just literally a trap. Like, I don't think it's going to unlock anything for us. Unless maybe I'm meant to do that to unlock the opulent chest, but... oh well, you know? It does look like there might... oh, watch out, Karlach! It does look like there might be like a little secret room here. Oh, does that just disarm the traps? Maybe if you do both, it disarms the traps. I don't know. Let me know if I'm missing something in this room, because I do feel like I just did it really, really badly.
Is that blood?
Anyway, let's get out of here.
Never mind.
So, we can
Another
come back
step
out the way we
forward.
came. And then all we need to do to open this door is to lock this door again. So we just need to move something off there, like that. And we are free to go. So again, I don't really know what the whole point of that is. Maybe there was meant to be more down there than there is currently. Maybe it is just literally to get supplies. I don't know. But oh, I can't short rest. Okay, looks like you're in trouble for the rest of this this session, Dirge. And then let's get Astarion to let himself back out as well. Here we go. Press the button. This door's open. And he can rejoin the group.
Where am I?
Yeah, maybe I need to have
going on?
Dirge just take a couple of potions of healing. Where am I? Where's Potion of Supreme Healing? Do you know what? Let's do a Superior Healing. There we go. All better. All right, are we regrouped? We are.
Swift as my feet
So
can
let's
carry me.
head back down to Cazador's basement.
Seems simple enough.
And we'll go and look at that room kind of underneath his bedroom.
Standing on the elevator's platform, you can feel a cold draft from below.
Oh my god, I wish I had a cold draft right now. Both of air and of some kind of like nice drink. Descend into the depths. Oh my god, yes please. Is it cold in Vampire Layers? I'm all about that life right now. And I'd be safe because I've had so much garlic. It's only the werewolves that I'd have to watch out for. Okay. So, going back here, we have this funky little room.
But perhaps there is cause. Even in this dark hour, there are some things to take heart in.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Aww. So, if you missed the beginning of that, Karlach said, "It's good to see you smiling, Lae'zel." And Lae'zel said, a momentary spasm of the jaw. Well, perhaps there is cause. Even in this dark hour, there are some things to take heart in. And Karlach said, couldn't have said it better myself, which is very, very sweet. I love the companion dialogue. I'm sad that I missed so much of it. Okay, I'm going to ungroup and have Dirge jump down here. Let's have a look in here as well. Yeah, we'll take it. Camp supplies, can do. And across here. And then we'll see if we can jump down. So there's this platform here that we can jump onto. And then if we... There should be a button somewhere. Is it on the back here? It is. Okay. Let's get... Where do we want to go to? I think we might have to do a funky little Mr. Step to get down. I think he's going to hurt himself if I jump. And then we'll go back here and press... There's the button. And then this activates a kind of elevator system here. Hopefully. There we go. So now if I go back up to the top and have everybody jump over.
Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Trust no one.
Oh, I think I missed it. No, we can still do it. Now we need to, if I just dash. Oh, I can't jump now. Damn. Okay, exit turn-based mode. So basically you jump onto this, but we need to wait for it to come back down now. So you can see this one has like a detailed top, and the one below has a flat top, which is why we can jump onto it. We just have to wait for it to stop. Okay. So now I can just have Astarion jump up here.
Action.
Lae'zel, jump up there as well, please. And Karlach, jump up there. And exit turn-based mode, and they'll all go down. Which, again, you don't really need to do that, but it's a safe way to get up and down. Also, it's another way in and out of Cazador's dungeon, which I'll kind of show you in a minute, because you can kind of enter the back way and, you know, go up using this method. So just to kind of show you, there's like an alternate route. There we go, exit turn-based mode. So everybody is back together. The gang is all here. So next up, let's keep looking around. So there's lots of like camp supplies and resources down here, so it's definitely worth popping back down here to collect everything. There's this area across here, which doesn't really lead anywhere. As far as I know, you can't really like jump up or down anywhere here. We're just sort of below the area that we were before. We missed all those perception checks. It's probably just something we can dig up. I'm not too bothered about getting that. But yeah, just letting you know that that's there.
Open up.
I'm so warm. And then if we go around here, we've also got like the rest of the supplies, which I'll just quickly grab. Lots of scrolls. Drow poison. There we go. Things like cloud kill, circle of death. Obviously it's randomized. It depends on like what the loot tables roll on your playthrough. This is quite good. Kyrin have the potion of superior healing. Yeah, and all that stuff. Okay, don't mind if I do. But what I'm particularly interested in is this little sneaky area here. There is like another little thing behind, kind of where we fought Cazador. If you go underneath the stairs, there's something there, but I can't be bothered going back for it now. I'm here, I'm hot. And yeah, this is kind of like the back entrance. So if you happen to go through the sewers first and you want to come in this way, I think this is also possible. I like to come in through the top though and get the whole storyline. So yeah, we're in the sewers for the first time. And Cazador's back door. a place where nobody wants to be. Laughing at my own jokes. But you can kind of see a little bit of the sewer area that we're going to come to later. But for now, we're going to go through here to this area. Now there's lots of crates. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like where they bring in a lot of the supplies. So maybe they bring in, you know, like the wine and things like that through this back entranceway. However, wine is not the only thing that the vampires are bringing in. Let me just get this chest. Silver knives. I'm okay. I don't need it. Let's have a chat with this lady. Lorna Estherlian.
Ah, a friendly face at last. Are you going to the party as well?
Which party's that? I get so many invitations.
I don't know if I should say. It's very exclusive. Oh, go on then, I'll tell you. It's an underground party at a place called the Palace. My date's supposed to meet me here, but there's no sign of him. You haven't seen him, have you? Pale, skinny, extremely piercing eyes. Looks a bit like your friend here.
Oh dear. I assure you, it's not.
It's funny. He was ever so keen for me to come. He didn't seem the type to cancel.
I don't know if Astarian's voice line got mixed up there, because that didn't make sense to me. But clearly it's a vampire. Let's say... I want to ask all these questions. I'm torn between what type did he seem and what did he say what kind of party it's supposed to be. I think we probably know what kind of party he said it was. I think I'm going to ask that though. Actually, no. I want to know what she saw in him, right? Like, what did she think was happening here? What type did he seem?
Normal. Mostly. Didn't have much of an appetite at dinner, though he said he was saving himself for tonight. He was so enthusiastic. I don't understand why he hasn't shown up.
He's dead, mate, or in the Underdark, one or the other. Let's tell her. Because if I pick one of these, I don't get to tell her. Like, there's only so many interactions I can do with her. And I want to see what she says if I tell her that he was a vampire. And obviously, like, in the future as well, she needs to know how to protect herself. I'm surprised she didn't see them all coming out though. Like 7,000 vampire spawn exiting Cazador's dungeon. I think she might have noticed one or two things. I think she did say she was late though, right? You've had a very lucky escape. Your date was a vampire. And I feel like Astarian grins behind us.
A vampire? No, he wasn't. Was he?
Astarian
But then, why am I still here? He could have had me by the neck any time he liked.
Mother, may I? I'm positively starved.
Yeah, so we do know what was happening. They were kind of going to be the feast afterwards. That's what Cazador had said to them. Yeah, that was going to be a lie because obviously the spawn wouldn't have survived the ritual. Because I think one of Astarian's friends said something about, like, I want one to be there for me for afterwards, right? Or, like, not friends, but one of the other spawns said that. I'm wondering that myself.
You think something's happened to him?
You have no idea.
You know what? I might give this party a miss. Plenty more fish in the Chionthar, as they say. If you see him, don't tell him I was here. Just tell him I wasn't ready to be in a relationship. I'm sure he'll understand.
Great survival instincts, girly. Let's see where she walks as well. Like, is she just gonna walk straight into Khazadur's dungeon? It's a good thing it's currently safe down there, but at least you know, like, what you were in for. At least you know what could have been, you know? She goes down there, she's like, oh, does nobody live here? And moves in. Yeah, I think she's vanished. I think she's gone. Okay.
Let's move.
I'm gonna save. Like I say, this is gonna be a bit of a shorter episode. But I think it's nice to have a quick peek in the sewer, because I've been avoiding it so far because I'm trying to do things in a particular order, and this is kind of getting a bit more into kind of like Orin territory, so I want to kind of like finish the above ground stuff before we came down here. But this little area I think is on topic still because of the vampire stuff. So let me just get this kind of handy little contraption to come down our way. I don't know if there's anything over here. I don't think so. But if we wait for this, it can take us further up this way. Jump onto here, please. Come on, everybody. Come on, Lae'zel, what are you doing? She doesn't want to get on. Lae'zel.
Assume nothing.
Gil boss, get on here. There we go.
Still in control.
And then let's pull this.
Just.
So this is where that lady was just stood. There's a little section in a moment that we'll come back to later. So here, so there'll be something that occurs here later, but not currently yet. And then that we're gonna go across here. Look at Carlac dancing. And there's something that I need to address about this specific area here. So let me just jump over this way. And I'm gonna have everybody crouch.
Best be on my
and move
way.
a little bit cautiously. Which I think they would do anyway, because it's kind of like a new area, right? Oh my god, are they all failing the perception checks? Is this the kind of episode this is gonna be? There we go. Don't!
Someone's left a trap out for us.
A bit late, Astarion. Okay, let's maybe see if there's any other traps and not walk into them.
With care.
Could there possibly be any more traps in this area, do we think, Yang? Anyone?
Moving in.
Oh my god, right, Astarion. Come this way. Oh my god. Carlac, can you, anything that you can sense over here? No? Okay, I'm sure it's safe. Alright, traps are disarmed. Not the way that I would have liked to have disarmed the traps, but disarmed nonetheless. So, let's just have a quick check down here.
Me? What's hiding here?
Oh my goodness, the absolute chaos. I don't think we need to hide anymore. Stand up, Astarion. And then let's go out here. Locked, that's fine.
Well,
Astarion,
hello.
I think you've probably got this. Okay.
Still alive.
Let's see
So that's
what's
progress.
behind. Door number 1.
A dinner date. At first your request confused me, but then I became curious.
Think you might like to try it for yourself sometime?
It sounds terribly understimulating.
Depends on the company.
Well, good thing for us both I make for riveting company.
Now, I know Dirge has been romancing Carlac and Lae'zel, but I'm not opposed to Carlac and Lae'zel getting it on as well. I think they make a very cute couple. I think as well because they're kind of similar in a way. Like, they're both so protective over those that they love, like their allies. They will like fight for them, you know. And then they both have this really sweet soft side, so I think they're actually very compatible. I really like them, and they like admire the same things about each other. Like, Lae'zel would definitely admire how brave Karlach is and her perseverance and her strength. So yeah, do you know what? Perfect match. Okay, but over here we have Gandrel, the Gur, and 2 of the Gur children who are now vampire spawn. So let's go and see how they're getting on.
In red.
My children. My sweet ones. What have they done to you?
I'm hungry, Father. I'm so hungry.
It hurts, Father. The hunger. It never stops.
Please, do you know of anything that can be done?
Astarion, any tips? I have to say as well, like, when I'm watching other people play, especially people who are like willing and ready to die for Astarion, you know, when people meet Gandrel in Act 1 near Auntie Ethel's house, and to protect Astarion they kill Gandrel, or because they get into that confrontation with him where he turns up at camp, like, it breaks my heart because I think he's such a sweet character, and I love this specific chain of events that leads to him being a protector of those like vampire spawn children, and, you know, helping them, you know, the vampire hunter learning more about what it is to be a vampire because it's the children. Do you know, does that make any sense? I'm explaining it so badly. But yeah, I love this whole storyline, and to me this is the right way to play. This is why this is my perfect playthrough, because, like, you know, if Gandrel isn't here, like, you don't get this, you know, if he's died further along. So I don't know, it's really satisfying to me, this scene. It really feels like it's giving me that little bit of extra story after what happened in Cazador's palace that feels like a satisfying resolution to me. Anyway, so let them feed on animals. There's plenty of rats down here. It's the best you can do. Or monsters, you know, when they get stronger.
I've been fighting it, but I think you're right. Better that than they start feeding off humans.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely some creepy ass looking rats in this area. I don't know what the deal is with these guys, but they are cranium rats. I don't know. Well, that's a problem for another day. Unless the spawns solve that problem for us. So, yeah, there's a waypoint here that we can just activate as well. There we go, waypoint discovered. And there is a whole section of interesting things to kind of like poke around at and discover, but that is something I'm going to save for a later day. I really just wanted to kind of like speak to the Gur.
At least I'm not alone. I could not have borne that eternity.
Like, they've got each other, and there's such a strong family tribe that I feel like they'll figure this out. I've got faith in the Gur.
Thank you for your mercy. Thank you for everything.
Like, they're so sweet. They're so sweet. I couldn't have killed them in that ritual. Okay, one more thing I want to do. Like I say, the sewer is massive. Stumbling over my words. The sewer is a massive area, but that is definitely something I'm going to look at another day. However, there is this little section here that I want to go to, and there is a reason why I really specifically wanted to come this way into this and disarm all these traps, because there's other ways to get into this area, but if those traps are active, it gets bad. And talking of that, I'm gonna save, and yeah, I don't know if you can hear those noises coming from the other side of this door, but it is not a good situation. So
I just want a little look.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bar lists. You can see here it says Death's Head of Bal Blythe, and they have petrified, basically. These people are frozen, they are frightened, they can't move. So we've got Farbs, Kathy, and Sconnor. I think there's 3 of them. He's a Sconnor, not if I can help it. And they've already killed some refugees, so there's 1, 2, I think there's some more here, 3 refugees that I can see that are killed here. So hopefully we can keep these other refugees alive and stop them doing this. It's kind of like hunting people for sport. It's really, really cruel. I don't like this at all. So I'm going to go ahead and have Dirge move over here. Do you know what I haven't done? I don't think I've bound my weapon. It's fine. And then we're going to... because obviously I need to stop these guys. Let's just go in straight away with... do I not have... hang on, wait a second. I thought when I leveled him up, I took... yeah, there it is, Magic Missile. The reason why I want to use Magic Missile first is because this person has Unstoppable. Which, if I examine her... reduce the damage taken by the entity by 1 and consumes 1 charge of Unstoppable. Unstoppable creatures cannot be moved by any external force, mundane or magical. So, and she's got some nasty stuff. So basically, I want to use Magic Missile to get rid of those 2 things of Unstoppable so that I can actually do a decent amount of damage on her. Here we go. I'm a little bit out of range though. Can I get closer? Yes, I can use my bonus action to dash. There's also this oil barrel here. So actually, do you know what? I probably want to move back a little bit. Okay. Here we go. Magic Missile. So I just want to get... I'm going to do all 3 on her to get rid of Unstoppable.
Pick to fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
What's this? A heretic in our midst? Your death! In the Dreadlord's name.
Okay. Ooh. Damn. Ooh. Okay, shield. Okay, we're okay. Nobody else is in initiative as well, which is perfect. I think we do get a little bit of dialogue there, so I'll just put that in before the initial fight starts if you go and talk to them first. But I don't want to risk them killing those refugees. I want the refugees to be able to run. The refugees normally run this way, which is why I disarm those traps, because I've done it in the past where I saved the refugees, they ran off and got blown up. So that's why I wanted to do that in that order. Okay. Next up then, like I say, we have got this oil barrel, but I'm gonna go in with, let's back up and let's go in with sneak attack if possible. I can't do it on her, I can do it on one of these guys though. Let's do it on that guy at the back there.
1 down, millions live.
Okay, nice. I've got Booming Blade. I don't want to get close to the oil barrel, that's my thing. I'm going to just keep my distance and just go in with another weapon attack. Action surge. And actually, do you know what? Hold. And I'm going to get Astarion to blow up that barrel. Come on, Astarion, get in this fight. Okay. So they are looking rough, and now I can go back to Dirge and have him try and finish this woman off. So I'm gonna have action surged. I'm gonna go ahead and probably Booming Blade.
Time for some bloody.
And then yeah, we'll just keep hitting. She's down. Okay, perfect. Good job, Dirge. And he's invisible, so we can just kind of run away. Nice. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that. So Astarion, next up, can you get any others of these down? So you're out of range. You've got a disadvantage because you're out of range, so let's move closer.
Let's go.
And he's still sneaking as well, which is nice. I haven't got my sneak attack though. He's only got 1 hit point, 4 hit points. I don't think I can get to him. No. Yeah, just go for him. Okay, another one down. Another one bites the dust. And Dissonant Whispers on this one. Sweet. And I've still got another bonus action. Dissonant Whispers on that guy, I guess. Can I get closer? I can't quite get to him. Okay, that is fine because I still have Karlach and Lae'zel up my sleeve, which means that... Wonder how close I can get them. Okay. I reckon I can get Karlach pretty damn close here. Oh, okay, that's fine. Brutal Leap. She's gonna lose 4 hit points, but it's totally worth it. She's gonna be prone. Do it anyway.
Poor fucker.
Just because it's fun. I've still got Lae'zel. Oh, he's prone. I'm not prone. Okay. Did you miss? How did you miss, Karlach? She was excited. Okay, so there we go. So hopefully you can see the refugees are running away. Like I say, if you don't disarm those traps, they get blown up. But they've left, they're okay. Perfect. I think you can speak to them if you're quick enough. So again, I'll try and do that off camera. If I manage to speak to any of them, I'll put the clips in here.
Watch your back.
But if not, I'm just happy that we saved them, basically. Okay, let's have a look around. Oh, Lae'zel.
The Dreadlord craves victims. I say, let him starve.
I've never seen that before. I'm glad I accidentally clicked on her. So yeah, that is Baal. She's talking about let Baal starve, I think. Astarion?
What can I do for you, my friend?
It's just all in a day's work. Karlach?
Can you feel it? This is the Lord of Murder's domain. If we can survive this, we'll have really stuck it to him.
That's my father you're talking about. But yes, true, because again, Dirge doesn't like the feeling of like being puppeted by someone else. So he's as ready to shake Baal off as anything else. Murderous Cut. Prey upon the weak. This weapon deals an additional 1d4 piercing damage against targets with 50% of their hit points.
There better be a soft bedroll in my near future.
Do you know what? Let's take it, because it can be a thrown dagger, so maybe we do want to use that. Can I click this? What does this do? There we go. That turned off the nasty stuff over there. Okay, what's this? Heavy crossbow. Heavy crossbow. It's so mean because the refugees literally didn't stand a chance there. Oh, that's come back on. Oh, what did I stand on? Oh, there's a pressure plate? Again, learning new things. Every single time I play, I learn something new. Okay, let's turn that off again. Okay, so over here, you can see how this was like being used as a kind of little refugee camp. Some of the refugees were hanging out down here because honestly, they didn't have anywhere to go and they were making a little community down here. So we can have a quick poke around. It's so sad as well that some of them were killed. So we get some notes as well. A household prayer, Lathander to light, Seluna to guide, Kalembor to judge, and passage provide. I am going to take the stuff because I can't imagine the other refugees are going to return after that. True and Impossible Adventures of Tenebrae Morrow. An open letter on the oppression of peacocks. We have read that before. I don't think we need to read that again. And notes from a soothsayer. Each chapter of this book details a unique case study in the soothsayer Geraldine Havelow's illustrious career. Its 23rd chapter is conspicuously dog-eared. The Frightened Noble and the Ochre Omen. Hereunder I have transcribed a conversation between myself and a young nobleman of my lifelong acquaintance. Typically he came to me for guidance in matters of love and fortune, but his visit to me on one particular occasion stands out particularly in my mind. Himself. Madam, please, what I say to you is true. Myself. Perhaps you'd be so kind as to repeat it for the record. Himself. The fellow I met was ochre of skin, his ears like an elf, and the nose of a half-rotted corpse. Markings like those of a fawn's hide decorated his skin. I think they're talking about Githyanki. I see. And what did he say as he approached you in the... what was it? Misted glen upon your lands? The fellow, the creature, the man came to me slowly, a blade in his right hand. I was transfixed, as though stricken stiff by some magic. He held the sword below my chin and asked me something I could not understand. I can see it now, the blade, silver as the moon under the moon in a lake beneath my chin. So a silver sword does indicate it was probably Githyanki. Calm yourself, sir. You are quite safe. You say you could not understand what the fellow said? At first, no. No, at first I knew not what tongue he spoke, but he seemed to glean my confusion and tried in common instead, and he said, "Tell me now, what plane is this?" And then I lost grasp of the ghost and fainted directly to the ground. Blah. And then, when I awoke, I know not how much later, he was gone, and I flew to you. I understand, child. Be not afraid, be not frightened, for you have visited my... Try that again. I understand, child. Be not frightened, for you have been visited by a most auspicious omen. Your crops will yield twice their wealthiest this year. So she's totally misinterpreted what just happened, because that was a visit by a Githyanki who managed to get onto the wrong plane or got disorientated or something like that, and you know, literally wanted information and nothing more. Truly, but what was he? He was a figment of your inner daemon. Daemon is the old Greek word for soul. A messenger for your deepest intuition, and he came to inform you of your impending luck. I tell you, it was so yeah, that person completely misread what had just happened. Same, that's my energy. So, you know, the refugees, you know, as in real life, were educated, they were reading, literally they were just falling on bad times and trying to survive. So yeah, I'm really glad that we stopped them from being killed. Not these guys, you know, there's no way to stop those from being killed, they're always dead when you get to this place. But the other three that they had frightened. Okay. So, oh, this is back again. Never mind, let's just climb up here. Or jump up here, I guess. Keep going. Come on, Astarion, you can do it. Pale elves can't jump.
White men can't jump.
Careful, I'm bad.
Come on, you can get, look, you can get there. Astarion, dude. Can you come on, mate. Too high. Misty Step? There we go, okay. Come on, baby brother, you've got this.
Walk in death.
Okay. So, not
What's
much
in here?
else going on. Oh, there's another one of these levers. Is there anything down here? I don't feel like there is. I don't think like there's anything worth getting. I don't think we can blast through that wall or anything, can we? Maybe we can. Hang on, turn-based mode. Let me jump down here. Why do I take damage all the time? There isn't like a random perception check here, is there? No. I wasn't sure again if there was like something that I'd missed, like something I wasn't aware of. Okay, back over here. Jump up before they jump down. Don't jump down! No, Astarion, why? Astarion, why would you do that? For God's sake. Oh my god. Okay, Astarion, mate. Do you know what? Carlac, can you throw him?
Hey, good looking.
Too heavy. God damn it. Okay, Carlac can jump up. Toarie, do you want to give up? Just Misty Step again.
Intestines throb.
Okay,
Blood
we continue.
whispers. How much further can I go?
Okay, so nearly done. We'll head home. Let me just turn this off. Lovely jubbly.
What's inside?
Lockpick.
With a flick of the wrist.
Give me some good stuff. Invasion plans for Baldur's Gate. Look, how many people are trying to invade Baldur's Gate? Okay, so this room, there are so many different ways to get into this area. You can see here there's these little side rooms. One of these leads to a place where we haven't been yet. I don't recommend going in by this route. I recommend going in the front way of this place, but we'll talk about that more when we get to it. And there's also these ways as well down here. So heapside barracks cells. So if you are in the Flaming Fist barracks or the Flaming Fist cells where we met with the mother of the girl who'd gone missing, and you go down and those cells are down there. If you're trying to escape, you can come down through the sewer and escape through this way if you want to. And then there is also another way, which is the way that I'm going to be exiting. Now, another thing to be aware of, you know how Orin took Halsin from camp? There are a number of different ways where Orin can appear. One of the ways that she can appear to take someone from camp is here, and you get like a cutscene with Orin here. Now, we're not going to get that now because we already saw her at camp, but just letting you know that, you know, if you don't want Orin to take one of your companions and you want to like delay that as long as possible, you don't want to go near this door, near this area. But if we go through here, we're going to end up somewhere kind of familiar. There we go. And it's kind of a full circle moment because we are back underneath the Elfsong Tavern. This is where, if we'd continued going through the Emperor's old hideout, this is kind of like the back way in. So this is where we would have ended up if we'd have continued at the time. Scroll of Detect Thoughts, don't mind if I do. Pouch, nothing in it. Water. Ooh, some Ershin dye. Over here we have the patient log, Duke Boleyn Stelmane. So we're going to get more info on Stelmane. A journal stamped with the official seal of Duke Boleyn Stelmane. She is the she was like the Duke who was friends with Will and Will's dad, and the Emperor, the Guardian, he started manipulating her. And we know from Dirge's kind of encounter with the Emperor, the Emperor was literally mind controlling her. This was not a consensual relationship between them. It appears to be an attendance log of the care given during the Duke's ongoing illness. The illness is the fact that she was being mind flayer puppeteered. The most recent entry details a disorientation in the Duke's condition. Can't explain the relapse. Duke lacks appetite, awareness, or interest in anything. Occasionally asks after visitor, which I suspect might be the cause of the current condition. Duke used to receive a visitor in private every 10 days, always hooded and cloaked, always shown in and left to attend Duke privately. No luck in finding. Oddly enough, they can't recall the visitor's gender or even stature. Could be a half-orc or halfling for all I know. Hoping for the return. Visits appeared to ease the Duke's mind and body greatly. Okay, so the Duke was actually looking forward to those visits. I feel like we need to take that for Will. We've also got on psionic manipulations and countermeasures. So if you needed any kind of reminder of what we're dealing with here, you can have a read of that. Pay attention to its actions, not its words, where mind flayers are concerned. Yeah, you can just have a pause and read that if you want to. And we've also got notes on a mind flayer anatomy. So again, this is just really letting us know that the mind flayer, if you thought he was an ally, if you thought he was good, he he is of a species that is not normally trustworthy. And the fact that Stelmane was under his manipulation, invasion plans for Baldur's Gate, invasion plans for the Sword Coast, this was the Emperor's stuff. So, yeah, he wasn't as innocent as he makes himself out to be. Obviously, Dirge made him drop his guard. Cordia is a little bit more trusting, so she's not quite as aware of how manipulative he can be. I feel like she is, because at the end of the day, the Emperor did disguise himself as her goddess, which, you know, she felt like was a massive betrayal. And she was like, you could have been honest with me from the start. You didn't have to lie to me. But...
Cursed to put my hands on everything.
You know, she does see the best in people. So here you go. This is what I mean. So full circle moment. This is the last room that we came in when we were last here. This is the Emperor's hideout. So if we go through here, we go through the hidden Knights of the Shield room where we had the Githyanki fight, and up here to the Elsong Tavern. So I think now there's nothing left for me to do other than head back to camp. And we'll long rest, and I guess, you know, maybe have a little bit of a private moment with Astarion.
Everything is clear. On my way.
Okay. Anything you want to say, Astarion?
Always at your side.
What can I do for you, my friend?
Nothing. Okay. Let's go ahead and... Let's go ahead and long rest. And then this will kind of resolve Astarion's full timeline. And I think we're going to move on to Gale and his story in the next episode, which involves the Nightsong Dame Eralyne. So yeah, let's go ahead, full rest.
I should probably start getting used to the shadows again. Who knows how long I have left in the sun?
You did the right thing. Stopping the Black Mass.
I know. Doesn't mean it stings any less. Maybe never seeing the sun again is just the price of freedom.
Well, I'll be with you either way. I hope you know that.
I think I do. Assuming we survive, of course, because a horrible death is always just around the corner with you. There's something I'd like to show you, if that's all right. Something out in the city.
Do we trust him? Is this another trick? Is this another Astarion ploy? I feel like she does genuinely trust him at this point. You know, after seeing everything he's been through, he has no reason to hurt her or manipulate her. You know, he has needed a friend. And yeah, I think Cordia would read him quite accurately and be like, I think we're good. Unless it's a shapeshifter, you know, unless it's Orion in disguise. And what is it?
Something I haven't shown anyone else. This way. It's not far.
Buffy moment? Buffy Summers,
The
that you?
graveyard is appropriately silent. There isn't a proverbial soul around.
Astarion, a graveyard? A little stereotypical, don't you think?
Perhaps. But some things are classics for a reason. Nearly 200 years. And I never came back. Not since the night I woke up down there. I had to punch a hole in the coffin and claw my way through 6 feet of dirt. Then when I finally broke the surface, retching up dirt,
and congealed blood. Cazador was waiting. From that day on, I was his. Until today.
One, I kind of like one because it's reassuring him that, you know, reminding him that it was involuntary, right? It was something that was done to him, not something that he consented to. But I think she would want to be a little bit more positive and forward thinking. So she would say, I mean, I like 3. I just don't think it's something that Claudia would say. Again, her goddess is a goddess of hope. So the idea of like looking forward to the good. How does it feel to be free?
Exhilarating. Terrifying. Exhausting. For nearly 2 centuries, I stalked the streets like a ghost. Well, the person I was lay here. Dead and buried. Now I need to figure out who I am. What I want.
So, again, when people have been in situations where someone else has made all the decisions for them, so whether that is a bad relationship, or even some people who've been in the prison system or the army, they get so used to being told what to do, to having a schedule, to having their life dictated to them, that when they get the freedom from that, you know, whether it's you get released from the army or released from prison, or you get out of a bad relationship, the feeling of I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make those decisions for myself. Because you've been almost made to be infantile in that way, and dependent. When people get out of these things, they often end up going back. So that's why people who leave jail repeat offend and go back to jail, or, you know, how people in the army struggle to cope when they leave the army, or people who have been in bad relationships and they get out, they go back, and people are like, how could you go back? And it's because they're so dependent on that authority telling them what to do. So I think it's really, again, really good storytelling with a huge amount of empathy for people who have been in similar situations to Astarion, or who may, it's just very realistic to me. And again, I think people who've been in those kind of situations would find catharsis and familiarity with the things that Astarion's saying here. Cordio, again, like, she's all about what he wants, right? She's like, you're free. What do you choose? So she would say, and what do you want?
You. I want you. You were by my side through all of this. Through bloodlust and pain and misery. You were patient. You cared. You trusted me when that was an objectively stupid thing to do. I feel safe with you. Seen. And whatever the future holds for me, I don't want to lose that.
So I love this. I love the way that I'm presenting Astarion's story in this playthrough. To me, this is the perfect Astarion romance, because I don't like the early romance because it's toxic, he's manipulating us, he's desperate to survive, and I think it's all those toxic parts of Astarion coming out. My favourite way to tell Astarion's story is this friends to lovers relationship, where you have those boundaries in place, but you do care for him. You just care for him in a way where you're not letting him manipulate you. You've got strong boundaries. You don't tolerate his bad behavior, and you put him into place. So I really, really wish there was a way, because I modded this to make this happen. And there might be a way to do it, but I wish there was I wish that it was in-game. Like, there was a way that you could play through with Astarion where you can activate the romance at this point, rather than it being something that you have to do in those early stages, when it feels very wrong to me. It feels like you're taking advantage of him because he is damaged, right? Because he is going through the motions of those things that he's been programmed to do. So to take advantage of him in that moment feels so wrong to me. Anyway, I keep going on about it, but let's just keep going. 100% Cordia would say, he says, I don't want to lose that. And she would say, well, you won't. Whatever comes next, I've caught you.
Thank you. Well, I should probably fix this.
I think a lot of people like to choose pick up a flower and lay it on the grave, but we're giving him his moment. Let's just actually let this play through. Yeah, this is something that he's got to do, so. There we go, hold back, give him his moment. We're not making it about us. Like, look at this nice act that I am doing.
I've been dead in the ground for long enough. It's time to try living again. With everything that life has to offer.
Meaning?
If a night of passion is on offer, I could be persuaded.
And this is so lovely to have it now, when it's his choice, it's something he wants, it's something he is actively participating in, not like in Sharessa's Caress where he was just going through the motions. You know, for this to be, you know, the thing he wants is just so perfect. On your grave? Absolutely not. Let's get freaky with Astarion, you know, sounds good to me. Let's consecrate this ground.
You know, I didn't care for you when we first met, but I do now. Being with you is about more than lust or manipulating you into a tactical alliance. I love you. I love this. And I want it all.
People who romance Astarion and don't ascend him are doing it the right way. This is the best Astarion. It doesn't get too spicy, it's only kissing, we're okay. I don't think I'm gonna get banned from YouTube for this video. Don't at me, UK government. Apparently you can use Baldur's Gate to get past the age verification things, but I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you what I've seen on the news. This is factual reporting, not advice. If you're not 18, you really shouldn't be on my channel, I feel. I'm not intended for teenagers. Okay, I'm intended for millennials, older millennials, younger Gen Z, couple of boomers. You're my people. Okay, beautiful. So I think that is pretty much where we are ending it. Let's go and speak to Astarion. Wrap this up.
It feels ridiculous to still be thinking about Cazador. He's gone. I'm here. I won. But I still keep reliving everything that happened. Playing it over and over in my mind.
Well, in that ritual chamber, you were someone else. I don't like that, actually, someone unrecognizable, because I don't think it's good to separate out parts of the self, right? Just because we know and love the nice parts of Astarion doesn't mean that those darker parts that crave power in order to feel safe, or are willing to sacrifice 7,000 people in order to have that feeling of safety, those darker parts of himself are there. They are part of Astarion. So I don't think it's good to say that those are unrecognizable. I think to recognize that part of himself and understand where that's coming from is a good thing. So I don't want to say that, actually. I'm just gonna say, and how does it feel now?
Invigorating. Terrifying. All of the above. I'm still trying to understand it, really. I came so close to losing everything back there. To losing myself.
Or at least this part of him.
Back at the ritual, all I could see was the power on offer and the safety it promised. I was so blinded by it. Just as Cazador was. But you saw something in me. Someone else I could be. Someone who could break the cycle of power and terror that started centuries ago.
That's it.
You saved me back there. I may not have appreciated it at the time, but I do now. Thank you.
Again, I don't want to be totally judgmental about, you know, the people whose favourite way to play is to ascend Cazador, but I think that's the bad route. That is the bad choice. Like, it's so satisfying to me to have the good route, where he is genuinely thankful and genuinely loves you, rather than the ascended Astarion route where he's lost his soul, he's lost his humanity, and all he is to you is your new master, like manipulating you, does not actually care for you at all. You are just an extension of his own ego. You know, like, I possess you, therefore I'm great. That's the relationship you have with him. So I don't know why anyone would choose that for him personally, but again, however people want to play, whatever fantasy you're doing, not judging, you do you, bestie. The ritual would have changed you. I am glad you resisted it.
So am I. Fun as all that power would have been, this feels more me.
Because it is.
When I look at my future, anything and everything feels possible now. And I get to share it with you as a partner. An equal. You saved me from myself. And let me walk a new path where I can be free. Truly, honestly free.
Right? That was what you wanted.
This is a gift, you know. Thank you. I won't forget it.
So what I want to ask him now...
Yes, love.
Yes, love. Can we talk about the two of us?
All right, let's talk. Who knows when we'll have another chance?
I want to ask this question again. And what are we to you now?
Nothing special, of course. You're only the first person who I truly care for.
Like, a bit uncomfortable with it. There is another thing about Cazador there. I think we'll just save that for another time. Let's have a little kissy.
Yes, love.
And we'll wrap up this episode.
Yes, my sweet. What is it?
No, let's do it. Let's do all the things. I promise. I will keep you safe always. You'll never need the powers of an ascendant.
It would be nice not to have to rely on you as my great protector. But, well, I do appreciate the thought.
He's like, girl, I am definitely stronger than you. Could I kiss you?
There is nothing I'd like more.
And this is where I'm going to end it for today, with a very, I think, truly confident Astarion who...
You are perfect. Every time.
I think he's got his soul back, you know? So, yeah, I'm really, really happy with that. And just to kind of show you on here, if we go down to... Yeah, look all the way down here, the pale elf complete. So he's not even in the companion section anymore. We killed Cazador and released all the vampire swarm into the Underdark. Astarion's fate is sealed. He will be a vampire spawn until the end of his days. So yeah, that is done. That is Astarion's quest line over. The good news is the Gur now, where I go to gather your allies. So now it says the Gur people are grateful for our role in taking down Cazador Sar. We are sure to have them by our side, come what may. So we can actually summon the Gur when we're doing kind of like the final boss battle. So that is really, really cool that we now have them as allies. So in the next video, we are going to go on to Gale's quest. We're gonna go and find out why this wizard Loroakan is so interested in the Night Song. Like, does he know what the Night Song is? Does he think that she is a relic, or does he realize that she is the daughter of Selûne and a powerful Aasimar? So yeah, we're gonna go and kind of suss out the wizard tower in the center of Baldur's Gate. What's hard? So we're gonna go and like suss out Loroakan's tower in the center of Baldur's Gate and see what the deal is with that place. And I'm really excited. That's probably gonna be a couple of episodes, but yeah, we'll that's the plan. I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. I need to go and take this wig off and open my window and cool down. Hopefully this video is not going to be too late. I am recording this on Friday morning, so I've got to edit it, render it, get it up, so it probably is going to be late, but I didn't want to miss it for the whole week. So thank you for being patient with me, and I will see you guys again soon. Take care, look after your friends. Bye.
I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me
Is this part of the show? Praise the Absolute.